We are covering the critical role of the notary journal as legal evidence for the Arizona Notary Public Exam. Under Arizona law, specifically Arizona Revised Statutes Title 41, your notary journal is not just a logbook, it is a public record that serves as official evidence in a court of law. The entries you make can be used to defend your actions against allegations of negligence or fraud, or they can be used by prosecutors to build a case. For the exam, you must understand that the primary purpose of the journal is to provide tangible proof that you followed all required procedures for a notarization. Imagine an exam question that presents a scenario. A family is disputing a will, claiming the signature of the deceased was forged. The court subpoenas your notary journal. A complete and accurate entry is your best defense. This means every required field is filled out, the date of the act, a clear description of the document, the signer's printed name, address, and signature, the type of identification presented, and the fee charged. An exam trap might ask what to do if you personally know the signer. While you can note personal knowledge for identity, A.R.S. 41-319 still requires you to either make a full journal entry or retain a copy of the notarized document. A sloppy or incomplete entry, on the other hand, can destroy your credibility. For instance, if you only wrote deed as the document description and failed to record the ID details, your testimony could be challenged and you could face liability. Another common exam topic is correcting entries. You cannot use correction fluid or erase an error. The only acceptable method is to draw a single line through the incorrect information, write in the correction, and then initial and date the change. A trick question might suggest that crossing out the entire entry and starting over on the next line is acceptable for a minor error. But the standard is to correct the original entry whenever possible to maintain a clear chronological record. Your journal's physical security is also testable. Arizona law requires you to protect your journal as a public record. This means keeping it in a locked and secure location when not in use, under your exclusive control. The exam may test this by asking about employer access. Remember, a journal with only public records is your personal property, even if your employer paid for it, and they cannot demand to keep it. Finally, understand the process for surrendering your journal. You are only required to provide it for inspection upon receiving a court order or subpoena. The initial prompt's mention of Secretary of State approval for a subpoena isn't quite right. You must comply with the court order directly. However, you must notify the Secretary of State within 10 days if your journal is lost or stolen. Here's a phrase to help you remember the journal's power. Your journal is your ACE in court, accurate, complete, and evidentiary. An accurate and complete journal is the best evidence to protect you. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.